Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We're in the middle of our salute to some very special gems in the world of animation. And for the next hour, we're going to be bringing you a real treat, a group of fully restored animated shorts brought to us by the animation studio UPA, United Productions of America. And we have the best person possible to help me introduce these animated shorts. That's the author of the Animated Movie Guide, animation historian Jerry Beck. Welcome back, Jerry.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Now, in the first group of UPA animated shorts, we have Ragtime Bear from 1949. We have Gerald McBoing Boing and Rudy Toot Toot, both from 1951, and The Unicorn in the Garden from 1953. Now, what makes these movies so special? UPA so special?
Yeah, these are special. This was, UPA was a studio that broke with the tradition of what was going on in animation at the time. And a lot of these animators who started this studio were people who worked for Disney on Snow White and some of their great features. And they kind of left for a variety of reasons, mainly for artistic, creative reasons, to try to do something new and different. They were lucky enough to make a deal with Columbia Pictures in the late 40s, and Columbia wanted them to start off making a, funny animal cartoon.
Right.
And that's why the first one, Ragtime Bear, that we're showing, the title was even from Columbia Pictures. But already you can see in the backgrounds and some of the other characters this new look that's coming. Now, this new look explodes in the next film, Gerald McBoing Boing, which was the first film that won an Academy Award for the studio, and all the studios in Hollywood started to change their the way they made films and the way they looked, the techniques of it. And that didn't stop UPA. They kept going. Rudy Toot Toot, which we're going to show, is another marvelous example. Probably, it's personally my favorite UPA cartoon. It's got everything. It's got modern style, great design, a great story. It's about, a murdered lover. It's very adult. It's not a film that was ever shown on TV for kids in later years.
Right.
And it's got great art style. They do a lot of experimenting in this film. You'll notice things like they have white characters just painted completely white, and against a white background. Now that's like a no-no in animation. You don't do that. But they do it here so well that you follow the story and it's artistically beautiful. They do the same thing with red characters against red. They do all sorts of interesting artistic choices. I also want to mention The Unicorn in the Garden is another great example of what UPA did at their height. That was a James Thurber story that they adapted. They were looking for really offbeat material to adapt into animated films, and no one had done Thurber before. And so the studio was considering doing a Thurber-based feature, which never came to be, but the one thing that came out of it was The Unicorn in the Garden as a short, and it's a remarkable, wonderful short done in Thurber's style. And it's not easy to animate his style of drawing. In fact, no one had ever seen his style of drawing in color. So they had to put it in color and move it. It was a complete challenge, but you'll see they succeeded brilliantly here.
Yes, well, let's see these films. Here are 4 of the 7 animated shorts we're showing as part of our look at films from UPA Animation: Ragtime Bear, Gerald McBoing Boing, Rudy Toot Toot, and last but certainly not least, The Unicorn in the Garden. Have a look.